Self-efficacy is often referred to as self-confidence and can be defined as a person's belief in the skills they possess and their ability to use those skills to complete a task. Do you have confidence? Think of a time when you were not confident. Did you not do something well or not even try? Well, in 1977, Albert Bandura was the first to report a relationship between a person's confidence and the effect they had on their efficacy expectations, or their perception of their confidence. This was the birth of the model of self-efficacy. Since then, it has been adapted by Bandura and others to further demonstrate the influence self-efficacy expectations had on athletic performance. So, did you think about when you were confident and completed a task unsuccessfully? Well, below is the model of self-efficacy and the factors that may have influenced your outcome. We'll discuss them now. The first factor in the model is performance accomplishments. Past successes and failures have shown to be a strong source of influence on athletes' belief in their abilities. They question their abilities and pose statements such as, "I raced hard last time I raced this opponent," or "I can't race in the wet, last time I crashed on a corner." When an athlete has success in a particular event, on a particular course, their self-efficacy may increase, whereas the opposite is true. An athlete who has been unsuccessful may have decreased belief in their ability to do well. Also known as vicarious experiences, modelling is based on the learning of new and necessary skills an athlete needs to be successful in their sport. A coach could demonstrate the skill to be learnt and continue repeating the demonstration as needed. It can also be useful to have the learner watch their teammates who are successful in the skill to be learnt to see how to perform the skill the correct way, or even viewing performances of rival athletes who are more successful than the learner. Research has suggested a 4-step model to optimal learning of those new skills. Attention, the learner needs to pay attention and the coach and modeler needs to grab the attention of the learner. Retention, the learner needs to understand and memorize the movements of the skill. Clear instructions and key points only here. Motor reproduction, the learner needs to be given adequate time to practice the movements of the skill. The coach can assist by chunking the full movement into the small steps. And motivation, the learner needs to be interested in gaining the new skill, otherwise attention and retention are unlikely to occur, halting the learning. The next factor is verbal persuasion. Focus on this factor, it's important. Come on, you can do it. Block out all other noise. I've trained for this, I know I can do it. This is the most important play of the day. I need you to focus. Have you ever heard these before? Verbal persuasion can be negative, positive, internal, and external. Self-talk is the internal discussion you have with yourself. It can be quiet so only you can hear it, or you can shout it aloud for everyone to hear. I am the best! Whatever way you do it, make sure it's positive or instructional. Positive is when you are telling yourself you are capable. Instructional self-talk reminds yourself of what to do when in action. Lean into the corner when you're riding. Both of them create belief in your abilities and assist in perseverance when faced with a challenge in sport and in life. On the other hand, negative self-talk lowers the belief in ability, resulting in a loss of confidence. Coaches, family members, teammates, and other people surrounding an athlete also play a role in persuasion. Their job as an external source is to convince the athlete they are ready and capable of great outcomes, to boost athlete enjoyment and their confidence levels. To assist in boosting athlete confidence, we can have them picture themselves in upcoming performances. Imagery is when we ask them to create or recreate a successful performance in their mind using their senses. It needs to be as realistic as possible. Visualize the event, the crowd, the competitors. Smell the freshly cut grass in the air. What does the bike feel like? Can you hear the sticks crack as you ride over them? Picture yourself navigating the terrain and finishing in front of your competition. Imagery can be done during training sessions and days leading to competition. Self-efficacy is boosted when positive imagery is used. Additionally, the athlete can use imagery to deal with possible setbacks to performances to ensure they're ready to take action when needed. Imagine this. You're at the start line of the biggest race of the yearly schedule. Are your hands sweaty? Are you feeling nervous? Is your heart racing? Our body's physiology responds in varied ways to the stimulation of competitive situations. An athlete can intentionally pep up their arousal or use strategies to reduce that arousal. For assistance and training, athletes are able to control their arousal to suit their performance needs. How are you feeling today? Tired? Distracted? Even hungry? Emotional state entails how the athlete is feeling at a specific moment. There are many feelings the athlete can feel. It could be before they compete or even before a training session. The outcome relies on their emotional state. Research has shown that when an athlete has positive feelings such as happiness, excitement and peacefulness, their confidence is improved and they are likely to perform well. On the other side, negative feelings such as unhappiness, sadness and anxiety about themselves or their situation are likely to result in confidence and performance decreases. So there you have it. 6 factors to be aware of that affect the efficacy expectations of an athlete. Their expectations then influence the outcome of their athletic performance. What you may not have noticed is the outcome will then feed back into the performance accomplishments to determine how the athlete perceives the next round of expectations, which will affect the next round of performance. It is a cycle an athlete will need to deal with continually in their careers.